going to go to our next live question from Lori in Rockville. Lori, you are live. Go ahead, please.
Hi. Just wanted to thank everybody, especially Congressman Trone, for doing such a wonderful job and keeping us all up to date on things. It helps relieve a little bit of the anxiety. I just wanted to know, because it's been mentioned, mainly with Dr. Fauci saying to use whatever the most comfortable upgraded version of mask. And my husband and I, we have some underlying conditions, but nothing grave, like an immunocompromised condition, like a dear cousin of ours who just recently passed from COVID. But what is your feeling about majority of us getting N95 masks?
Lori, first, I'm sorry for your loss, and let's let Earl take a look at this. I have a KN95 that I wear all the time. Earl?
So, yeah, that's a really, really good question, and I think that before I answer that, I think that probably over the course of the next 3 to 4 days, it's my understanding that the CDC could very well come out with a recommendation for everyone to upgrade their mask in line with the question that you've asked. But, yes, I would definitely recommend an N95 or a KN95, and then there's also a KF94. Basically, the N95 is obviously a respirator, 95% filtration. It's NIOSH approved, basically, which is an American standard. The KN95 and KF94 are basically KN95 is the Chinese version of an N95, and the KF94 is a South Korean version of N95. So all of them have 94 or 95% filtration. Personally, throughout most of the pandemic, I have worn a KN95. It's just a personal preference of mine. Your best bet is to go with a N95, KN95, or a KF94. Honestly, any of those are going to give you pretty good protection. I will say that before you buy any of those, I would go to the FDA.gov or CDC.gov website, and on those websites they have approved lists and then counterfeit lists. And in particular, with the KN95s and the KF94s, there's, unfortunately, like we see in a lot of sectors, a pretty good market going on with counterfeit masks. So definitely upgrade your mask. Cloth masks at this point are better than nothing, but really people should not be wearing cloth masks at this time. I would go with one of these three or even a surgical mask. So that's a really, really good question, and I think you'll see the CDC come out with a recommendation to upgrade your mask here in the near future.
Yeah, I think that Earl's dead on. We were just speaking this morning. We had a call with the head of the CDC, the director, Rochelle, who coincidentally is from Potomac and went to Winston Churchill High School, believe it or not. It's a small world. But the KN95 is really, I think, where we need to be sure we're there at least, but that's more comfortable mask than the N95, which might be a little bit stronger, but not much difference. But it is a little uncomfortable, whereas the KN is much more livable, and that's what I wear, and sounds like Earl does also.